Hey everybody, and welcome to the Gauntlet where we go over everything esports news. I'm your host, Captain Zeus, followed by my co-hosts JT and Novaverse. And today we're going to be going over a couple of things. We have breaking news that Lullsish has been inactive due to extenuating circumstances with his visa. JT, how is this going to affect Washington in the upcoming matchups?
Well, it's never good news to lose one of your players, someone you've been practicing with all week. It goes for both teams too, because the other team's been preparing to go against the full roster. So just bad news all the way around. I hate when visa issues strike a team. You don't really get to see the full performance. You don't get to see the full strategy from the coaching staff. Just overall bad news for everyone. I really wish we could get this straightened out. I know it's a bigger issue than just the Overwatch League, but it's a pain to see as a fan and someone who loves to follow the game.
I agree. Nova, how do you think these visa issues will affect the teams and the players for the rest of the season?
I mean, visas, it shouldn't be a problem in the league. You know, you would hope that a player that you practice with and you train with going into the regular season would be reliable to have access to be able to travel. But these visas, honestly, and it's just causing trouble. It's heartbreaking to hear that a player just won't be able to play just because of something so simple. So it's kind of heartbreaking, and teams they definitely don't want to hear about it.
Speaking of exciting Overwatch news, new patch notes are out, and we're about to roll on into them. Zeus, what do you think about them?
Honestly, it's a lot of nerfs. Again, they're affecting a lot of the snipers, Widow, Ana, Hanzo. And on the console only ones, it's affecting Symmetra, specifically Symmetra Ana. I like this Symmetra nerf just because it's reducing her turret damage from, 34 to 30, which as a console Overwatch player, I personally like that because Symmetra is super annoying. She's way too overpowered in my opinion. I think that a lot of times they do the nerfs in the wrong spots, but they're slowly picking up on where to do it correctly.
So Nova, what do you think about the updates?
Man, these nerfs they're just hurting a lot of characters, and definitely one I feel that they just basically are just beating with a stick is Brigitte. My apologies. Like nerfing her armor pack and heal per second is just devastating. Especially, she was like the staple for a support whenever you wanted to do like a brawl meta. You wanted to like get in there with a Reinhardt and just bash in. But now when it's not reliable, the armor pack, you have less health, and whenever she's swinging, you're not going to get healed as much. She's not going to be a super reliable pick now, and that just hurts her. And I don't know why they keep on hurting support characters like this. They did buff Ana. I appreciate that a little bit. We might be seeing more of Ana actually, maybe. In the Overwatch League. Widowmaker, they just increased the time it reaches to full damage for her Widow's Kiss or whatever. So she's not going to be popping off heads super quickly. So they're kind of trying to slow her down a bit, which, I mean, I guess you can kind of appreciate it. Widowmaker, I know a lot of DPS players in Overwatch League like to play her. So it kind of like slows her down a little bit. So, and then I believe the other, Wrecking Ball. His power driver, whenever you get lifted into the air, the enemy, they like stand still or they're immobile for like a second. They did it to half a second now, so the enemy can move or is not immobile that much. Kind of hurts him because I know pile driver is kind of that one staple that Wrecking Ball loves to do, and is also one of the things he uses to help his ult, pile driver, and then because it does like a gravitational towards Wrecking Ball, and then he would ult, and then there's just the mines everywhere, which causes the enemy some trouble to move around. So, but Wrecking Ball known for power drops. So.
Nerfing way too many people.
Now, that's kind of like the
Yeah.
overview sense. How do you think, Zeus, this meta is going to change with the competitive scene? Do you think Anna's just going to be a main staple now?
I mean, we've already kind of seen a lot of Ana play in week 1, Architect, Jay Jonak, a lot of good plays coming in. So I think they're just going to keep utilizing. They may have already kind of saw it coming. So we're going to see them utilize Ana a lot more. Wrecking Ball, we really don't see him in that much anyways. Maybe for like that one, it's overtime, got to get the other team off the point kind of thing. But I think we're not going to be seeing really hardly any Wrecking Ball. And Symmetra, I don't think we'll be seeing much of her either. I mean, they're doing so much to the characters that it kind of, I mean, in my opinion, it makes it seem like it's not as fun anymore because they just keep nerfing so many aspects of it that like makes that character unique. Like back with when they were nerfing all the shields, like they nerfed Orisa and Reinhardt, and then they nerfed they had the Diva nerf where her matrix was not as long. It's like, what are you gonna do when all these characters are so even like that? I mean, obviously it comes down to skill, but they just, I don't know. I feel like they just got to work on some of those things.
And Nova, same question to you. I mean, how do you think this is going to affect the meta?
I mean, Widowmaker, definitely. I still think she's going to be played on certain maps. It's just, you're not going to see those pop-offs a lot. I mean, she's probably still going to be playable. It's just that it's going to slow her down just a bit. Wrecking Ball, kind of like what Zeus said, you don't see a lot of Wrecking Ball, only for maybe like payloads or just stalling maps in overtime. Ana, I honestly, I think Ana's going to be played a lot more. Definitely if they do like the Reinhardt, nano boost him with Lucio, that's to be feared. So, and buffing Ana like that, they're probably going to see a lot more of that. And then Brigitte, I don't know. It just hurt her a lot. And having her brawl, she's not going to be super reliable, so I don't think they might drop her off.
Now, last question over to you, Zeus. If you could make one change balance-wise to any hero, what would that be?
So we're gonna have Bastion as the main, and we're gonna buff the heck out of him. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I think the big thing is the shields. Me personally, I play a lot of tank when I play Overwatch, so having Orisa's shield not last as long, or Reinhardt's shield not last as long, it really hurts. I mean, obviously, it's depending on the player and the team, how that can affect you. But I feel like if they could bring those back to where they were before, it'll bring a new dynamic and kind of spice things up a little bit.
Now, that goes for competitive and casual?
Correct.
Okay. What about you, Nova? If you could make one sweeping change?
I mean, just commenting back on Zeus's statement, honestly, they kind of did that nerf to the shields because the double shield meta or comp with Orisa and Sigma. It was
#bring goats back.
Oh god, no.
Yes,
Goat is
bring
so
goats
bad.
back. Bring goats back.
Honestly, playing double shield meta was terrible with Orisa always being able to pop up a shield, and then Sigma always being able to move his shield any position he wanted to. It made it so tough to push on points and such like that. So I feel like it kind of helped us out nerfing the shields. It's tougher for the tanks, yes, but I would not want to deal with a double shield meta, to be honest. One thing I would say is they love hurting support characters. I do not know why.
They don't want those heals.
They nerf like the little aspect of support characters that make them unique, and I honestly don't know why. It really hurts. But one character I feel like needs a buff. It's gonna be a little bias. I think Roadhog needs a damn buff. I think because he's honestly the worst tank right now. He's the worst tank, and he
He's pretty
really
bad.
doesn't have anything going for him because a lot of characters rely on barriers and shields, and I don't know. He's kind of all right, the flanker kind of tank character, but he's not super reliable. So
I'm gonna piggyback off that. You can buff him, but I would nerf his healing because he is invincible. Like, oh, he's really not necessarily invincible, but he's hard to kill as it is. Where he can heal while moving, like with his little inhaler going on there, and then he could heal, and then he'll hook, and then pop, and then you're dead. If you can buff him, but nerf that healing aspect, especially when you have a whole section of healers as it is.
I mean, that makes him unique. He's an actual tank that can heal himself. But honestly, his hook, if you miss that hook, you're wide open. He has nothing else besides shooting his shotgun. And I mean, yeah, if you miss that hook, you're screwed. And he's just a big fat, like he's a giant target, honestly. It's not hard to like get build up ults off of him and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, Roadhog needs something.
I'm gonna have to disagree. Man, that is not the type of Overwatch I want to watch or play in. God, I cannot stand Roadhog. He punishes any mistake you make at all, and he's not rewarding to play really. Personally, I want like a Hanzo Widowmaker, bring back the snipers, make them super deadly, let them do trick shots off the top of the buildings, killing supporters.
God,
that's fun to watch.
You're just that kind of guy, though.
See,
one
problem with that though is that just causes fear in games, and that's gonna like
there's the
that's gonna slow games down because everyone's gonna be patient, and you know, you messed up once, you get headshotted, and then you just, you know, it all falls apart from there.
I mean, a happy medium for me would be like a 76 buff. Because I feel like he's super underpowered.
I can agree with that.
I'll agree.
He's kind of, to me, the happy medium between snipers and normal DPS. Like, he has a high aim ceiling and does a lot of DPS. I just feel like he's too unrewarding right now. Doesn't do quite enough damage on headshots.
I mean, we can all agree that hashtag bring goats back is the new hashtag trending right now. That's
no,
bring goats back. Bring goats
Stop
back.
goats.
Bring goats back. But to wrap this segment up, that'll be it for this video. I'm Captain Zeus, followed by JT and Novelburst, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Sparkle.